Hollywood is no stranger to controversy, but Blake Lively's $80 million lawsuit against SNL is shaping up to be one of the most explosive scandals of the year. What started as a brief joke on live television has spiraled into a full-blown legal battle, pulling in major names like Ryan Reynolds, Justin Baldoni, and even Scarlett Johansson. It's a story that goes beyond a punchline. It exposes the dark underbelly of celebrity power, the fragility of public image, and the high-stakes politics behind Hollywood's carefully curated narratives. But what really happened behind the scenes? Let's break down every layer of this escalating drama.
He was asked to leave the White House, then he appeared on Fox News and said he thinks he can still salvage his relationship with President Trump, which is like Justin Baldoni saying, "I'd love to work with Blake again."
Damn. I mean, look at Colin's face. Because again, Colin is now married to Scarlett Johansson, who Ryan Reynolds allegedly, the rumors are, cheated.
It all began during a seemingly innocent segment on Saturday Night Live. Colin Jost, known for his dry humor and razor-sharp delivery, made a passing comment referencing Justin Baldoni's interest in collaborating with Blake Lively again. The audience laughed, but within seconds, the internet was buzzing. Was it just a harmless line or a deliberate jab at an ongoing rumor? Given the long-standing whispers about Blake's relationship with Baldoni and the speculation about her marriage to Ryan Reynolds, the joke struck a nerve. What made matters worse was that it happened in front of a live audience and millions of viewers at home.
Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
It surprised me.
What caught even more attention was Ryan Reynolds' reaction. Sitting in the SNL audience, he expected a fun and lighthearted experience, but instead, he was caught in an uncomfortable moment. Cameras caught him giving a nervous laugh, shifting in his seat, and giving a glance that said more than words could. That clip instantly went viral. Was he embarrassed, caught off guard, or was there a deeper truth that the joke inadvertently revealed? In Hollywood, where body language is often scrutinized as deeply as dialogue, his discomfort only added fuel to the fire. Within 24 hours, the moment became a trending topic across social media. TikToks, think pieces, and YouTube breakdowns flooded the internet. Headlines speculated on potential marital issues between Blake and Ryan. Some called the joke an invasion of privacy. Others labeled it satire. But Blake didn't stay silent. In a shocking move, she filed an $80 million lawsuit against Saturday Night Live, citing defamation, emotional distress, and damage to her professional reputation. And that's when things really blew up.
Because again, Colin is now married to Scarlett Johansson, who Ryan Reynolds allegedly, the rumors are, cheated on her with Blake Lively. Now they denied that. Scarlett's never admitted that, but that's been a theory, which we're gonna look into that next week. But at least was his ex-wife. So you have your ex-wife's husband crack this joke. The same ex-wife's husband whose show you decided to go make your first appearance on, let him write a joke for you that bombs. I mean, the whole thing is all next level cringe, and I just can't believe it. But I love listen to Colin crack even before he says it, because he knows this is gonna get me in trouble.
Blake's legal team argued that the joke wasn't a one-off. According to them, it was a targeted and calculated attack meant to undermine her credibility. Legal experts weighed in, with some calling the suit excessive, while others warned it could reshape the legal landscape for comedy and public commentary. Some saw Blake's move as bold and empowering. Others viewed it as a desperate attempt to silence criticism. But one thing was clear: she wasn't just defending her image, she was sending a message to the entire entertainment industry.
I'm unaware of anybody, frankly, whose wife has been sexually harassed and has made jokes about that type of situation.
Then came the twist that made the situation even messier. Colin Jost, the SNL cast member who delivered the joke, is married to Scarlett Johansson, Ryan Reynolds' ex. That detail reopened old Hollywood rumors about how Ryan and Blake's relationship began and whether any unresolved tension still lingered behind closed doors. Suddenly, this wasn't just a joke gone wrong. It looked like a personal jab wrapped in comedy. Could the connection between Jost and Johansson have influenced the joke, or was it all just a coincidence? The internet wasn't buying the latter. As speculation mounted, Justin Baldoni was dragged back into the headlines. Once linked to Blake through past collaborations, their dynamic has always been a source of speculation. Some insiders hinted at behind-the-scenes tension during past projects, while others suggested their fallout had more personal undertones. Now, thanks to a single joke, Baldoni found himself once again in the spotlight, with fans wondering what really happened between him and Blake, and why was that moment significant enough to bring it up on national television. But Blake wasn't just waging a legal war. She was launching a full-scale image battle. Hiring Nick Shapiro, a high-level crisis manager with rumored ties to government-level intel work, was a bold signal. She was treating this like a public relations war, not just a court case. But instead of boosting her public image, the move raised eyebrows. Critics accused her of trying to manipulate the narrative. What was meant to protect her brand started making her look overly calculated, and some would even say desperate. Initially, public sympathy was on Blake's side. Fans rallied behind her, denouncing SNL for making her the butt of a personal joke. But as more details emerged and old controversies resurfaced, the narrative began to shift. Memes circulated mocking the lawsuit. An online discourse turned skeptical. Was this really about protecting her image? Or was it an overreaction from someone used to controlling the spotlight? Suddenly, Blake's role as the victim was no longer so clear. Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds kept his usual cool, relying on humor and charm to deflect attention. But this time, it didn't work. His silence on the issue came across not as neutral, but as suspicious. Was he distancing himself to avoid the backlash, or did he disagree with the lawsuit altogether? Hollywood watchers speculated endlessly. What's clear is that his non-response created even more intrigue. In a media world where silence is rarely neutral, Ryan's quiet stance may have spoken volumes. A lawsuit of this magnitude doesn't just disappear. With $80 million on the line and reputations hanging in the balance, the outcome could set a precedent for how comedy, free speech, and celebrity boundaries intersect. If Blake wins, it could reshape how public figures are portrayed on TV. If she loses, it might irreparably damage her career and her credibility. No matter how this ends, one thing is certain. This scandal has already changed how we see Blake Lively, SNL, and the fragile dance between fame and power. What do you think? Did SNL go too far, or is Blake overreacting? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into Hollywood's biggest controversies, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for updates. This story isn't over yet. See you in the next one.